Foundational is the theme of this CTA. Our guest, Jimmi Gathu, Jimmi.
Yeah.
Yani, I knew this would be a good CTA, to be honest. But this is now beyond good. This is great. This is now confusing. How much? Like now I'm just like, come on, bro. You've done everything. Like something small as you going through every tape.
Yeah. Can you imagine if I was lazy, and John Wilkins, who had listened to all those tapes, I said, did you listen? Yeah. And Akuna. Even this guy, because I'm sure even, I don't know, just in case.
Yes.
All of them, yeah. Even this guy, yeah. Not funny.
And your Swahili would have been like, it's not funny.
Yeah, it's not funny. Evil. I'd have killed Churchill's career.
Man, your trusted hands, that's what it's called. Trusted hands means God can trust you with.
You don't say you're great, you let people do. You let your workers say it. You let the people you've impacted, who've gone and impacted people, let them tell your great story.
I want to
stand there and do boo, 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 boo.
I want to move you back a bit.
Okay.
And the only reason why I want to move you back is because I was skipping this, and forgive me for skipping it, because I was like, it's 3 months, it's a training, we know he's that. But I'm realizing those 3 months changed your life.
They did.
Let's talk about that time when KTN sent you to Germany.
Okay, so but when I went there, I just thought, just a thing, guys go for training and so on. It was when now they were unpacking the curriculum, is when I understand. Now remember, it didn't impact me then.
Yes.
Because these are things we never used to do. The only thing I grasped from it is the project management, production, content creation. That's the only thing I got then. Because when I came back, I had to do an exam issues. And I don't know if you guys know this, but I started a show called Niaje, which later on became picked by the guys. But the original Niaje was by me on KTN. In fact, the footage is still there. In 1997.
What is the Niaje show about?
It was a teens show. It was a teens entertainment magazine show. Oh. And that is a show where Nazizi was discovered, what's his name? Styles had just come back from the US.
Whoa.
Styles played on that show. It was a serious, high-energy entertainment show for young guys. That was designed by me, Charlene Samat, and Nona Irongo. And that was my exam to put together what I had learned from Germany.
I get it.
People say it was ahead of its time because it didn't go past one season, because they said it was too expensive. They didn't quite look at my entire proposal, but anyway. And for that, the thing I learned was how to change how to define advertising. So product placement.
Yes.
I first did it on that show. They didn't quite get it. So anyway, so it didn't last. But the beauty about that show is Nonini was discovered there. Red Sun was discovered there. The first time it was on, DJ Pinye was seen on television on that show. And so on and so forth. So later on in life, it's when things like now, talent acquisition, when I would hear talent, it would take me back to, wait, this is where I learned. So just say that again. Then I'm like, whoa.
It triggered something if you like when you heard Mokazi's voice.
Maybe it was talent acquisition and management.
Okay.
Acquisition, training, and management. So I would be able to take the person, train, hone their skills, and manage them in terms of...
Bring out the best in them.
Yes, that's it. I still have those modules in books. I still have them in my house. Because they're books, they're modules.
Yo.
Imagine. But the thing that amazes me is content creation, which of course at that time was just coming up with TV concept and so on. But when I think about the stuff that I learned then, it's very adept to what's happening now on social media.
But even then, Kingangi's show was content creation.
And even that, yes, exactly, yeah.
It was even the political show is...
And picking, just because, by the way, I didn't tell you this. In that tape, there were many comedians. In those tapes.
Yeah.
He wasn't the only one. But because of what KTN took me to learn in Germany, I could pick it. I'm like, whoa.
And then also he did a tape.
Yeah.
Churchill.
Yeah.
Kingangi did a tape.
Yeah.
So if his tape wasn't there, you wouldn't have...
No.
Yo, that's a lesson on its own. Drop the tape.
Drop a tape.
Yeah, drop a
Yeah,
drop
I
a
know.
demo, bana. People are not just going to come
I know.
find you because you're Jina Kubo.
I need to talk about somebody, if you allow.
Dude, for sure.
Washira Waroro now taught me, or rather enhanced my ability to create content that matched the market. Honed it kabisa now for how to bring a brand and match the brand's equity and essence, and then with the market that, yeah, and to an extent also in terms of, believe it or not, which I didn't understand what he was doing then. The proverbial office politics. And Washira kept saying, you cannot circumvent. You can't run away from these things. They don't go. You just have to find a way to manage it, because it's either, yeah, because it, you know, if you cower away, then who are you? Washira.
Okay, let's talk about this transition then, if that's where he comes in. So you move from Kiss to Royal Media.
So I moved from Kiss to Royal Media.
How does that happen?
So what happened is, okay, so that was anyway, so let's just say, let me just say they offered me more money, but that wasn't the reason. That wasn't the reason. Because let me tell you, when I was at Radio Africa, I never saw my kids' school fees bill. I never saw did I have a mortgage then? No, I never saw my rent. I never saw all that. So let me tell you, and anyone who worked for Kwaku can tell you, Radio Africa is the only company that I worked for that understood talent and how to manage it. Kwaku, you tell accountants and everyone, you are sitting there because of that guy on radio. If that guy is uncomfortable because you made him uncomfortable, I'll fire you. That was Kwaku.
What?
Straight up. Ask anyone who was for Radio Africa. Maybe, but when I was there, that was Kwaku.
So when you say you never saw
I never saw my kids. So the first time, I remember the accountant saying, okay, introducing, you know, whatever, like invoice, from there onwards, you call the school and tell the school, you send it to us. I never saw my kids' school fees bill, never. For as long as I saw for Radio Africa, I never saw it.
Wow.
Fact.
Wow.
I never saw my phone bill. I never saw my rental. Never.
Yo.
I had no reason to leave Radio Africa, but I won't tell you why I left. It wasn't really about the money that Royal Media offered. It was a totally different reason.
But they offered you more.
It was more, yes, but it wasn't the reason. I would have stayed at Radio Africa.
Okay.
Because when you compound the package I was getting, it was probably way more than what, which is another lesson I learned. There's a difference between salary and your package.
Disposable income.
And package.
Okay, package, okay.
Because the package involves many things. So I made a decision, even though it was driven by whatever happened, which I won't talk about, but it blinded me to the reality that actually, it may have been the same, if not less, than what Radio Africa were giving me in terms of the whole thing. And so I transitioned to Royal.
Okay.
To dismantle YFM and create Hot 96.
Ooh.
So Hot 96 is my baby.
Aye, bro.
And I really miss. That's where Yvonne Okwara, when, you know, and because of what I learned from Kwaku, Hot 96, if people want to remember, Hot 96 was the first radio station that was a 24-hour DJ mix station.
What do you mean by that?
So we never used to play. So remember, Kwaku trained us on how to unpack research. And so when I was looking at the research for what was popular on YFM, it was the DJ mixes. So extrapolate it.
Have it
Be
full.
different, be disruptive. What was the disruption about Hot 96 is that we're the only station. So in comes Yvonne with a presentation, you know, hey, we become Hot 96. When she goes, it's set kuna DJ, it's DJ mixes recorded.
Yes.
Yeah. So no, akuna song at one song, two. So it's a mix. And guys were like, whoa, hey. And for a long time, Hot 96 was known for as being, these guys don't play singles, they play a mix.
Oh, I get
No
it.
DJ, it's just a mix.
Yes. It's like Adrian without him
Yes,
physically being
yeah,
there.
24 hours.
Yes. 24 hours.
24 hours. I remember when I told so my DJs are called Inferno DJs.
Yes.
And I told them, guys, you're gonna be a part of this. I like working with everyone. And when I had a strategy, I introduced my strategy to the whole team, and I wanted them to buy into it. And so I told these guys, I want you to create for me 10-minute mixes.
Links.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
mixes.
Mixes.
10-minute mixes per clock, per 15-minute clock. I'm like, okay. I said, yeah, but now, so if they're 10-minute mixes times 4, that's 40. I want 40-minute mixes per hour. They were like, boss, that's impossible. I said, oh, so you're telling me you can't do that? You don't know how to mix? Or you can't do that? Or I can get somebody else. They're like, wait, what? I said, no, listen to me, just do it. Try it, let's try. If it fails, it fails. And they're like, what? Okay. I said, guys, if you do it, you will be the most sought after DJs ever. If you fail, we all fail together. And so they did. And so the show, the presenter would come in, do a link, and then there's a 10-minute DJ mix.
Yep.
So the whole station is jumping. You're in the motif.
It's energy.
It's kabisa. And then in comes Yvonne with a political topic, and you're thinking, there's intelligent talk, and then there's DJ mixes. Boom. And we grew the station, the numbers, even the figures, we grew.
So you came in as the head
of Hot 96.
And your job was to grow this station. That's the mandate that
to
you
create it, dismantle, Vunja or Maliza,
yes,
YFM,
yes.
and start a new station. So
even you didn't have a name?
No. So I did my research and I came up with Hot 96.
Why? What did you like about Hot 96?
So, a good one. The number one station globally, or in the US then.
Yes, Hot 97.
Hot 97.
Yeah. I just want to see if it was linked. It is.
Hot 96. No, actually, also because YFM, the frequency was 96.0.
Yes.
So I'm like, what? Yeah. Then
So what's okay now? Royal Media is mass. Was that the audience that Hot 96 was going for?
No. So what they wanted was
an urban show.
They wanted millennials. They didn't want an old school station.
Oh, okay.
They didn't want a new a young station. They wanted the millennials. So 2000. So the music was late 90s,
early 2000.
Only. They didn't want at 89.
Yes.
It was late 90s because everyone else was playing 70s, 80s.
Yep.
So us was distinct. Late 90s, early 2000. And we stuck there. Office politics again. And by the way, when I was managing Hot 96, Washira had not joined Royal Media. So Washira came when I was being hit left, right, and center because at some point the owners of the station were happy with what we were doing, and that caused ripples. You know how it works in office politics.
But why would that cause ripples if they're happy?
There's this fear when your superiors stand up and point at you and say, well done, not to you. There's some people who think then that you're a threat.
Oh. But isn't that so... that's, you see...
Yeah, it's not cool, man. And so Washira, when Washira came, and I knew Washira before, and when he came as a new MD, he came into all this.
So he taught you how to deal with it.
So let me just say it simply. Washira did the best he could to toughen me. I just didn't get it.
I get it.
And so, because he realized this guy is going to atamalizwa. So Washira told me, I'm chomoing you from Hot 96. I'm putting you on TV.
You hadn't been on TV
like,
for
what?
years.
Like, I'd never been for TV in a while. I hadn't. I mean, I was when Washira was at KBC as MD KBC, he took me there as a presenter for Mamboleo. I used to do a show called Mamboleo with Sanaipe Ndemama.
What?
Deborah Sanaipe Ndemama.
Yes, the
first Miss
Tourism.
Yeah. And then when Washira left KBC, I again oblivion. So I was at Royal Media. When I was doing Mamboleo, I was at Radio Africa, and then so when after Radio Africa, which was a stint. So when I went to Royal Media and he was brought in later as MD,
he then moved you.
He sat there. He tried to help. He said, "Dude, I never understood until years later when I realized that's what Wachira was trying to do. He was trying to help me be bolder, stronger,
Tougher.
wacha kuhepa, wacha woga, like that. And so because I didn't understand, or get it, so he moved me to TV and said, okay, I'm gonna give you a challenge. I want a breakfast show.
On Citizen.
I want a breakfast show. I want you guys to go think about it, research on it, give me a name, come up with names, and let's meet.